This is your Hdsr Sports Report, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.
Victor Valley College freshman Maya Graham Scott scores an early season high 33 points in the Lady Rams' lopsided victory over the Lady Wolverines of San Bernardino Valley. This is the Lady Rams' first home game of the year. We could use a storyline 101 meets 66. Were well-traveled roadways to provide an analogy. Highway 101 meets Route 66, but we would make that Route 66, being the final score shows Lady Rams 101, San Bernardino Valley College 66. The 5-6 Maya Graham Scott threw bumps in the road for the visitors from start to finish. This drive shot by the former Riverside Prep All-Cross Valley League standout gave her team the first double-digit lead at 13-3. The basket her first of 8 straight points. By the time that personal scoring blitz ended, it was 16-5. 3.5 minutes into the game. The Lady Rams got 19 points from the free throw line this game. Kashan Green hits both of these. She is a 5'8" first-year Lady Ram and former Silverado Lady Hawk. Maya Johnson is a 5'7" freshman out of Rialto. It is nothing but net for Kayla Davenport. She is a freshman out of Burroughs High School in Ridgecrest. Jemiah Cantrell adds to first quarter scoring this drive to the basket for the 6'2" sophomore and former Adelanto Lady Saint. This pair of Maya Graham Scott free throws ends first quarter scoring at 25-17. This Maya Graham Scott fast break basket, a byproduct of the Lady Rams' emphasis on strong defense.
Defense, I think defense is really good because if we get steals, our other teammates can push and I can pass it up, help my teammates get more stats.
Jemiah Cantrell hits the board to give the Lady Rams their first points of the second quarter and a 27-17 double-digit lead they will not relinquish. The 6'2" sophomore and former Adelanto Lady Saint scores 15 this game. Watch Mila Gibson's athletic move follow-up reverse putback. The 6'2" second-year Lady Ram from Redlands finishes with 17. How does she define her role on the team this season?
I think my role is number one is to be a leader out there, to bring my team together, to rally us, but then two is to get to the basket, to get buckets, and then also to rebound.
Stella Reinders came in averaging 6 points a game. The 5'7" first-year Lady Ram out of University Prep hits 5 from beyond the arc and finishes with a season-high 17. This appeared to be a game of many mood swings for Coach Troy Hall. He may be trying to keep the names straight on his team with a Maya, a Mila, a Maya, and a Jemiah. My guess is he'll continue to get above average mileage from all of his Lady Rams as they prepare for their next game. It is Saturday, December 20th, when the non-conference opponent, Lady Pirates from Palo Verde, roll into town. The Victor Valley College Lady Rams improved to 2-0 in conference play with their second straight ultra-lopsided victory over a conference opponent, 89-22, the score against Palo Verde. Myra Graham Scott's 19 led Lady Rams scorers. Former Silverado Lady Hawk freshman Kashan Green scored 18. 6'2" sophomore Mila Gibson registered a double-double, 11 points and 13 rebounds. Sophomore Jemiah Cantrell, one of two Lady Rams with 10 points. Janae Harris, the other. The win improved Coach Troy Hall's ladies to 9-4. 7-7 Long Beach College comes to VBC Tuesday in a non-conference contest. Will Funds Rams registered their second conference win, beating the Palo Verde Pirates 118-102. The Rams were coming off a 1-point victory, 67-66, against Syracuse in the conference opener. 6'2" sophomore Derek Hankins is one of 4 Rams returning players. He is averaging 15 points a game. Latavion Jones is a 5'7" sophomore out of Silverado. Laurel Churchill is a 6' sophomore out of Riverside Prep. He is averaging 10 points a game. Andre Macy, also a 6' sophomore and former Riverside Prep Silver Knight.
This Victor Valley College Rams and Lady Rams sports report is brought to you by Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, the High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Joseph W. Brady and Bradco, proudly supporting the teams, athletes, and sports programs at Victor Valley College.
We flash back to 2016.
Lady Rams sophomore Tennia Hill scored 44 points in the team's tournament victory at Palm Desert. The 5'9" sharpshooter connected on 16 of 36 from the floor in that 67-53 win over Desert, adding 8 of 10 from the free throw line. On the year, she is a 77% free throw shooter. Hill is averaging 21 points a game her sophomore season, 4th highest in the state. Tennia Hill was the second leading scorer in the conference a year ago, averaging 22 points a game her freshman season. She was a 2-time All-Desert Sky League Player of the Year at Silverado High School. Tennia Hill and the Lady Rams return to action Wednesday in the Grossmont tournament. Their next home game is an American Mountain Conference contest, January 14th. Rams sophomore Joe Rushing scored 43 points in the team's victory against California Miramar in the Riverside City College tournament. The 6'5" power forward hit 16 of 31 from the field and 11 of 14 free throws in that Rams 79-64 triumph. Joe Rushing was the Rams' second leading scorer his freshman year, and his 14 points a game average his sophomore season is again second highest on the team. He is shooting 46% from the floor and 68% from the free throw line this year and leads the team in rebounds. Rushing played his high school ball at Laverne Lutheran. Following the Rams' second straight win this season, Joe Rushing offered insight into ingredients into the back-to-back victories.
Just the effort, the heart. We come into practice every day trying to, keep our heads up. Even though our record isn't what we want it to be, we still just put hard work in every day, and it pays off on the court.
The Rams compete in the San Diego Mesa Invitational Tournament next week, taking on West Hills out of Coalinga in their opening round game. The Rams' next home game is Saturday, January 7th against Cuyamaca. The Victor Valley College Rams have 13 players named to the 2016 American Mountain Conference All-League team. Lead blockers, center Andrew Regan, 72, and Anthony Palomares, 71. Running back Sean White. Fellow freshman quarterback Sam Taylor threw for 1,608 yards and 16 touchdowns. Tight end Shaquille Brown is a first-team All-League selection. Safety Dana Jenkins, first-team All-League as a punt return specialist. 5 other defensive Rams and 1 all-purpose player, also American Mountain Conference All-League selections. Malcolm Bynum is American Mountain Conference All-League in the all-purpose designation. The Syracuse, New York freshman began the season at wide receiver, but was switched to running back when the core of ball carriers became depleted. Bynum responded with outstanding performances, carrying for over 500 yards rushing, while finishing the season the team's leading pass receiver as well. Malcolm Bynum led the team in touchdowns with 13, 7 rushing, 6 receiving. As a ball carrier, he averaged 6.5 yards per carry. At 5'10" and 180 pounds, Malcolm Bynum is one of the most versatile and talented and hardest-working ball players Coach Dave Hoover has returning to lead the 2017-2018 offense.
On this date in High Desert sports history, all state honors in 2017 earned by Hawks teammates Levi Taylor and Latavion Staples, Sun Devils teammates Seth Baker and Kashan Griffin. On this date in High Desert sports history from the good year 2018, Silverado All-CIF defender Tequila Obana leads the parade of all Desert Sky League selections. Apple Valley's Jesse Griggs is 2018 Mojave River League Defensive Player of the Year. All state honors are an appropriate crowning point for Hawks quarterback Levi Taylor, who rewrote all school passing and total offense marks, 7,768 passing yards, and 94 touchdown passes over 2 seasons. Of Levi Taylor's 50 scoring passes in 2017, 18 go to fellow all-state selection Latavion Staples. The 5'11", 165-pound senior caught 65 passes and averaged 25 yards per reception. Levi Taylor and Latavion Staples are joined on the All-CIF Division VIII team by 5 Hawks defensive standouts: junior lineman Tequila Obana, the Desert Sky League Defensive Player of the Year. The 5'10", 265-pound junior registered 39 solo tackles among his 88 tackles, 11 of them sacks. Tequila Obana is a repeat selection, first team All-CIF, as is senior defensive end Jerry Katoa. The 6'4", 245-pound Jerry Katoa, 6 sacks his senior year. He had 5 sacks in 1 game as a junior against Victor Valley. Kick returner Deonze Nolan is first team All-CIF. Of Deonze Nolan's 16 touchdowns his senior year, 4 come on kick returns. He also caught 12 scoring passes. Defensive back Benjamin Moya, 21, is All-CIF. Benjamin Moya registers 35 solo tackles and 4 pass interceptions his senior year. Linebacker Tino Mao, 8, a junior, led the Hawks with 126 tackles and a team-high 59 solo stops. The 2 Apple Valley Sun Devils named All-State are a pair of 3-year starters for Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's Mojave River League champions, defensive back Seth Baker, and explosive playmaker, defensive back, wide receiver, and kick returner Kashan Griffin. Kashan Griffin, the 6', 175-pound senior wide receiver, caught 11 touchdown passes, a single-season school record, and added 4 touchdowns on kick return. His 19 career touchdown receptions are a school record. Kashan Griffin goes on to earn All-American honors in 2019 as a kick returner at Fullerton College. Joining Kashan Griffin and Seth Baker as first-team All-CIF selections, 6'4", 275-pound lineman Grant Smith, 53, another 3-year starter, a pair of juniors from Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's record-setting offensive team earn first-team All-CIF honors, quarterback Jeff Widener and wide receiver Xander Witt. Quarterback Jeff Widener set school records for passing yards in a season and his 35 touchdown passes, most in 1 season for a Sun Devils quarterback. Punter and place kicker Isaac Miles is first-team All-CIF. Isaac Miles' work was magnificent, a school record 53 points after touchdown in 56 attempts,
while averaging 42 yards a punt. First team All-CIF selections from the Oak Hills Bulldogs. Offensive lineman Jason Rodriguez, 75, 6'3", 310 pounds. Defensive lineman Reggie Gaines, 52, 6'2", 300-pound senior tackle. Brock Mather of Burroughs, 55, is Division IX Defensive Player of the Year. The Burroughs 5'11", 205-pound linebacker, shown here running down Apple Valley All-CIF wide receiver Chad Smith. Brock Mather led Burroughs with 149 tackles, 79 solo. Burroughs receiving first-team All-CIF honors on defense alongside Brock Mather. Lineman Wyatt Soto, 52, and defensive back Bryce Moore, 32, both seniors. On offense, lineman Tyler Gasca, 54, junior wide receiver Bryson Pippin, 6, and senior running back and leading Burroughs ball carrier Tony Ramirez, 23. Silverado All-CIF defensive lineman Takil Obana leads the list of 8 Hawks named to the 2018 All-Desert Sky League first team. Takil Obana, 57, repeats as the Desert Sky League Defensive Player of the Year. Takil Obana, 42 tackles for a loss his senior year. First-year Hawk running back Nick Reed-Casey is Offensive Player of the Year, one of 4 Silverado players named First Team All-DSL on offense. Nick Reed-Casey, who was First Team All-Mojave River League his junior year at Serrano, carried for just under 1,100 yards and scored 19 touchdowns as a Hawk his senior season. Center Nathan Still, 64, is a 6'3", 280-pound senior. Nathan Still and Dylan Young, 87, named first team from Coach Rafael Genorio's offensive line. Two-way starter Devin Gandy, 1, is first team All-DSL on both offense and defense. The 5'11", 150-pound junior wide receiver and defensive back caught 12 touchdown passes and led Silverado with an incredible 1,638 all-purpose yards. Defensive lineman Kashan Brooks, 90, joins Devin Gandy as Hawks, who will return next year as Silverado seeks to win a 4th consecutive Desert Sky League championship. Kashan Brooks, 6 foot 225, the Hawks' 2018 sacks leader. 21 of Kashan Brooks' 31 solo tackles were for a loss. Tino Mao, 8, is first team All-Desert Sky League at linebacker for a 2nd straight season. Tino Mao led Silverado in tackles for a 2nd year in a row. Strong safety Aaron Bullock, 2, is a 3rd Hawks defender who is a repeat selection named first team All-DSL. Silverado kicker junior Roman Oliveras, a 3rd 2018 All-DSL first team selection who returns in 2019. Roman Oliveras is a 4th Hawk who is a repeat selection, first team All-DSL. Adelanto running back Marshawn Buchanan leads the list of 5 Saints players named first team All-DSL. Marshawn Buchanan, a junior, leads all High Desert ball carriers with over 2,000 rushing yards, 2,068 and counting, as Adelanto enters the state playoffs after winning the CIF Division 13 championship. Saints quarterback Angel Ochoa and Hosea Stokes, also juniors, also first team All-DSL on offense. Hosea Stokes at wide receiver. Angel Ochoa has 33 touchdown passes entering the state playoffs. Hosea Stokes, Ochoa's leading receiver, has 12 touchdown receptions, plus 8 rushing touchdowns, 2 kick returns for touchdowns, and 1 more scoring effort on a scoop and score fumble recovery. Hosea Stokes is also Adelanto's leading tackler on the season. Hosea Stokes
first team All-DSL on both offense and defense. Fabian Allen, 50, is Atalanto's other first team selection on defense. Fabian Allen, 6'2", 230-pound senior. Granite Hills coach Alex Gonzalez is voted DSL Coach of the Year by his fellow coaches. Alex Gonzalez led the Cougars to the best season in school history, a 7-3 record. 6 Cougars are named first team All-Desert Sky League, leading ground gainer Tayshawn Brown. The 5'8", 180-pound powerhouse running back rushed for 1,617 yards and scored 21 touchdowns, 18 of them rushing. Wide receiver Zach Milliken, 84, is first team All-DSL and a repeat selection. The 6'2", 190-pound junior caught 9 scoring passes. Wide receiver Alex Gonzalez is a first-team selection. The sure-handed senior caught 22 passes, 6 for touchdowns. Linebacker Gabe Telez is first-team All-DSL on defense. 39 of the 5'10", 180-pound seniors' 51 tackles were of the solo variety. Junior linebacker Angelo Guy, 2, and junior cornerback Marquise Maps, 1. Also Cougars named first team All-DSL. Victor Valley Jackrabbits rugged linebacker / fullback Nahasi Moala is first team on offense and defense. The 195-pound senior running behind all-league lineman Damian Diaz, 54, and Greg Trammell, 74, also seniors. Linebacker Ulysses Munoz, 8, and 235-pound lineman Isaac Yagapo joined Nahasi Moala as first-team defensive selections. Barstow places 4 players first-team All-DSL, senior running back Jaquari Hobbs, offensive lineman Daniel Gonzalez, a junior, defensive lineman Draylon Johnson, and junior Monta Rab in the utility role. Apple Valley Sun Devils senior Jesse Griggs, 42, is the Mojave River League Defensive Player of the Year. The 6', 205-pound linebacker led the Sun Devils in tackles with 111, 28 of them solo tackles, 16 of his stops tackles for a loss. The selection of Jesse Griggs as MRL Defensive Player of the Year marks another milestone for Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's program, in that 2018 is the first time in school history that the Sun Devils have had both the league's top defensive and offensive most valuable players. Jesse Griggs entered his senior season following in the hard-hitting footsteps of 2017 MRL Defensive Player of the Year Seth Baker, who was also CIF Defensive Player of the Year. The Mojave River League champions Oak Hills has 6 first-team All-League selections on defense. Bulldogs linebacker Frankie Macias, 20, was the tackles leader for Coach Robert Kistner's Bulldogs with 76 tackles. Frankie Macias picks off the pass here and runs it in for a touchdown in the Bulldogs' rout of Burrows, one of 2 interceptions of Burrows' passes this game. He has 3 interceptions on the season. The 5'10", 160-pound senior blocks the punt here, but is recovered by fellow first-team defender Jamal Jones, 9. The 6', 175-pound cornerback Jamal Jones had 2 interceptions on the year and 17 solo tackles among his 22 total tackles. Jamal Jones, a Bulldogs senior. Free safety Rodney Harris, 21, his first team All-Mojave River League, 22 solo tackles on the year among the 6'1", 190-pound seniors, 40 tackles. Rodney Harris, 2 interceptions on the year. Linebacker Doron Mitchell, 8, second highest total tackles on the team for the MRL champions. Doron Mitchell, first team All-MRL. The 64 tackles by the 6'1", 235-pound senior include 23 solo tackles and 5 for a loss.
Oak Hill's sacks leader, defensive end Ben Coffer, a first-team selection. The 6'1", 235-pound senior recorded 6 sacks, including this one virtually sealing the Bulldogs' victory that returned the MRL crown to Oak Hills. Defensive tackle Nofoafia Tulafono, 77, holds 2 distinctions, the only Bulldog named first-team All-MRL on defense and offense, and one of only 2 Oak Hills underclassmen receiving first-team All-League honors. Nofoafia Tulafono listed at 6'3", 305 pounds his junior year. Only 2 players altogether are first-team All-MRL on both defense and offense. The other, another underclassman, Apple Valley defensive end Ryan Webster, 17. 8 tackles for a loss, 6 solo, 4 of them quarterback sacks, among the 51 total tackles for the 6'3", 240-pound junior. Ryan Webster, also first-team All-MRL at tight end on offense. Sam Jang, 11, is first-team All-MRL. Sam Jang was in on 97 tackles, second highest total for the Mojave River League runners-up. 13 solo tackles, 9 for a loss for Sam Jang. Sun Devils senior cornerback David Blocker Jr., 5, completes the list of 4 Apple Valley players named first team on defense. 23 solo tackles among his 62 total stops. David Blocker, also an outstanding pass receiver, shown on offense here. He also had 2 pass interceptions. The Hesperia Scorpions place 1 player first team on defense, all Mojave River League, and that player is the only repeat selection, the only player first team on defense a second straight season. Darius Glover, the 6'6", 226-pound defensive end, recorded 5 quarterback sacks his senior year for first-year head coach Casey Goodnow's Black and Gold. Serrano's second-year coach Casey Mahalchek sees 1 senior and 2 juniors make first team on defense. The underclassman, 5'11", 185-pound lineman Eddie Ponce, 57, 17 solo stops among his 35 total tackles. Fellow junior linebacker Cade Desjane, 53, 6'3", 215, 86 total tackles include 54 solo tackles and 9 for a loss. The Serrano senior is defensive back Jesus Chavez, 16, first team punter, averaging 35.4 yards per punt. The All-MRL place kicker is Sultana sophomore Cody Hill. Kickers and punters are listed on the defensive All-League team. Also, first team on defense for the Sultans, senior linebacker Javier Hernandez, 28, 91 tackles, 22 solo. Javier Hernandez, 5'9", 145. Defensive back Juan Perez, 27, 5'11", 150-pound senior, 38 solo tackles among his 69 total stops. Only Video Sports provides action highlights of all Mojave River League first-team selections, and that is only made possible by the Online Sports Report's sponsorship of Down Home Grill, Bid Fast and Last, World-Class Auctioneers, Victorville's Holiday Inn, and Valu Quality Truck Bodies.
Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid Fast and Last, World-Class Auctioneers, Valu Quality Truck Bodies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, Conference and Convention Center for the Victor Valley. The Holiday Inn supports our area's teams, schools, athletes, and sports programs. That will wrap it up on this edition of your High Desert Sports Report. On behalf of Victor Valley TV and Victo Sports Productions, thank you for being with us. We hope you'll be joining us again next time around.